Hey guys, Jeremy Jacobowitz here, and welcome back to the Brunch with podcast, where I chat with the people that inspire me about the things that are on my mind. This week's guest is Brooke Miccio. She is an amazing creator, influencer, vlogger, whatever you want to call her. And I have her on this week because this week I want to talk about why I dropped the name Brunch Boys and became just at Jeremy Jacobowitz on Instagram. 2020 evens the odds for everybody because literally you turn on TV and everyone's on Zoom. So no matter, you could shoot stuff with your iPhone and it will look better than what's on TV right now.
I might not have the most well-crafted, well-designed brand. It's not like I'm one of these people that's like niche down. I actually don't believe in that. I think it's interesting to show all of the facets of your life. So like if I develop a new interest or passion, or I'm watching something new on TV, like I love to share it all. And I think that if people can resonate with any of that, or they just resonate with maybe me being me and authentically me, and I have had some embarrassing moments along the way and some breakdowns and whatever it may be, but people like to see that because they appreciate the realness, I think. And I think for a while we were lacking that. I think we're definitely moving more towards that on social media.
People have actually taken a step back and they're like, what does this mean? Why do I follow this person? I've gotten so many messages, especially with the political stuff and Black Lives Matter and things where things meant a little bit more this year than other things I could be posting about. And, you get hate. It's social media. Who gives a shit about people hating? Yeah. But I think much more so, I got messages being like, I followed this person who was an influencer. And you know what? I'm probably not going to unfollow them. I still generally like their content, but I've realized that they have nothing to say. So why am I going to let them influence my life when there's nothing there? And I think that was particularly an Instagram problem for a while, which was, the Instagram thing aesthetic. Literally, it's a thing now, was like this beyond perfect imagination of what life is. It's always like, reality versus Instagram kind of thing. How is it like connecting all? Because you have very good numbers across all of your social medias, which is insane. Like you just hit 100K on Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. Do you find that like the audience are the same people? Do you find like you've honed in on different things, like from YouTube to TikTok to Twitter to Instagram? Do you think they're finding you and be like, I want all of Brooke, and follow her on all the channels? Or is it just like you popping off separately? Because they all take different types of content to do.
Totally. I do find that it's the same follower. And I think sometimes for me, it's interesting because like the YouTube subscriber, follower, whatever you want to call it, sometimes needs an extra push to go to the other platforms. Like that's where most of it is. And I'm not some like huge following number person, but like you said, I think it's the engagement. And I value an engaged follower way more than just a number. That's why I've never like bought followers. I don't do like these huge like schemes to collect followers or whatever.
No sense. It doesn't help you because you just have a follower that doesn't care. If it's a real follower at all, they don't give a shit, and it actively hurts your account. Like when people message me or like, I'm going to unfollow you. I'm like, good. That's the best fucking thing you could do is unfollow me. If you followed me and hated me, you wouldn't engage in my content. So like that destroys the entire algorithm. If you got a fucking problem, just unfollowing me is the greatest thing you could do.
Completely. Yeah. I do hear the sentiment though from most times of people that are like, oh, I follow you on everything, or the TikTok comments are generally like, Brooke, on my For You page, I watch your videos. So I generally know that it is, I would say, a similar follower. And I think you have to provide like some sort of value. So that's what I'm really focusing on, is being like, hey, follow me on Instagram because on there I'm going to do this specific thing on my stories or this video series or whatever it is. Because I think for me, even in the people that I follow, when it's just copy and paste content on every single platform, the same thing, that's when there is no added value. And follow, even if you love them, like they're your favorite person to follow, if it's the same content on, for me, I have a podcast. So if it's like the same thing on the podcast, the Instagram, the Twitter, and the YouTube, I'm like, what is the point here? Like I need to do something special. So for example, like on Twitter, I know it's like cliche or whatever, but I will like talk about The Bachelor. Like I live tweet The Bachelor and just give my hot takes or whatever it is. And for me, like pop culture stuff does well. So I'm like, okay, like I guess I'll, hone in on that. And then on TikTok, I'll pull together old funny videos or old memories, or go a little bit deeper into like emotional stuff, whatever it is. Like I try to do different stuff on everywhere, but still have it have like the consistent Brooke theme. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Of course. I mean, that's what you want it to be. You are you. Mm-hmm. That's what you want to deliver on all these platforms.